Hey guys, I wanted to make a quick recording about the 1.13 lab. This should be helpful for students in the regular as well as honors earth science class. So first thing I want to do is go and access the lab so that you're on the same page with me. We can go into the lesson introduction and it starts telling you what you're going to do in this lab. I think the majority of you guys are having issues with creating the graph, so I wanted to make sure that I did a recording about it, but essentially you had 2 days to do this, and I did have office hours yesterday. I had only one student come, so make sure that if you're having questions, you come to these office hours ahead of time, or at least on the day that they're due. Form the hypothesis and test the hypothesis. So create a data table with the time, temperature of the dry soil, temperature of the wet soil, and temperature of the water. So view the photographs and then record the time and temperature of the sample, graph the results, and be sure to include the labels on the axes and a legend to identify each data set. So answer all the questions in the lab report after that. This part, the graphing your results, isn't very difficult because Word has this function that helps you do this. So let me go back to and get the data pulled up. So this just gives you background information about the earth being heated unevenly and how water takes longer to heat up, but it holds heat longer. And then this part is where you get the lab report. If you want to do this by hand, you can click the graph paper and download it, and I'll briefly show you how to do that. I'm going to show you how to do it in Word because that's my preferred way of doing it. It really makes it a lot easier. This is where you need to be, on page 2 of the investigation. And it starts, if you look at everything, you've got dry soil starting at 23 degrees Celsius. It's left outside for 12 minutes and it gives you time 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. Same thing here. Wet soil starts at 23 degrees Celsius. It gives you in 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12 minutes. And then you've got water. Same thing. Starts at 23 degrees Celsius. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So all of these, since they start out at 23 degrees Celsius, their time at 0 minutes would be 23 degrees Celsius. So let me show you guys how to do this, okay? Whenever you're creating a graph, there's a really cool function in Word, and I believe I showed you guys this last semester, but in case you forgot, let me just show you once more. So you go to the Insert tab, and you can click Chart there. And then you see it comes up with all the different types of charts. We want to do a line chart because we're going to have 3 data points, right? We're going to have dry soil, we're going to have wet soil, and we're going to have water. And this already comes up and it's set up with at least 3 different categories. And you can click Insert there or OK. And you see how it pops up this table right here? So you're going to use this and you're going to enter the data. This column is going to be time. And then this column is going to be the type of soil, okay? So the first one is dry soil, and we're going to use that, and we're going to start filling this out. So change Series 1 to dry soil. And then remember I said you're going to start out at 0 minutes because at 0 minutes, it's 23 degrees Celsius, okay? Then you've got 2 minutes, 4 minutes, right? All of them, 6, 8, right? Remember we said it goes all the way up to 12, 10, and then 12. You see how it highlights the section that you're typing in as you put the information in, okay? Then we also have wet soil, and we have water. Now, notice, look at here, it starts to update our chart automatically, okay? We have our times now, and we have temperature hasn't been entered yet, but that's what this is, okay? So when you go in here, you'll zoom in on this page. I'm not going to do them all with you guys, right? Because that's your job. So at 2 minutes, this is the dry soil, and it's at 29. So you'd go to 2 minutes, you'd write 29, okay? And then you go through them all right? I'm not going to do it for you. You guys will find the numbers and you will complete them, and it will finish out the chart. Then you'll do the same thing once you get down to wet soil, Let me just do 12 minutes too. So dry soil at 12 minutes is 47. And this is obviously you're going to have to fill in all of the information so that you are able to get a full chart, okay? Do not forget to enter every single number. I'm not doing it for you because this is your project. So wet soil, same thing. It starts at 23 degrees Celsius. All of them do. So you could put 23 in for 0 minutes for all of them. And then you see at 2 minutes, it goes up to 24. At 4 minutes, it's still at 24. And then it's at 27. Okay. And then we can go down. I'm going to skip over all this because you're going to do this yourself. Then we go to water. At 2 minutes, it's at 20. Oh, we're at 23 for the 1 minute. Then it goes to 25 for 2. It goes to 26. It goes to 28. Okay. So you're going to fill this in all the way to where the entire chart is filled in. And then this is going to give you your chart, and that's going to be your answer for this because that's all it asks for this. So it says be sure to include a legend and label the axes. Add chart element, axes titles. There you go. So you can label the horizontal axes the time, and you can label the vertical axes the temperature. Okay? If you are doing this by hand and you really want to just use the graph paper, you're going to do the same thing still. You can do, but you're just going to have to insert the shapes. So go to Insert Shapes, and you can use your line tool, and you can create your graph. So you can make this whole thing your time or your temperature again, and then you're going to make this whole one your time. Okay, and then you'll just label it all and do it that way. Or you can print it out and do it by hand that way. Whatever you want to do, there's a lot of options for this. So hopefully this is going to help you guys. And if you have any more questions, please email me and let me know. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day and good luck.